What's going on, everybody? Facebook and YouTube and the different Facebook groups. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. I want to give you all a second as those are coming in live, as the group that are going to join us tonight is actually joining us live. I want to welcome all of you that are tuning in on the replay. I know that it's late tonight. Maybe you'll see this tomorrow on the holiday. Maybe you'll see it next week. It might pop up on your timeline a year from now because people are starting to share this now. But whenever you see it, please know that I'm so happy, so delighted, and honored that you thought enough of the value on my voice to tune in and hear what we have to say. This is what I need to happen, and I need to happen real quick. I need everybody to come on in, and I need you to share right now. We have already hit 100 in less than a minute. Let's go to 200 real quick between our Facebook and YouTube and the different groups and things that we're streaming from. I need everybody to come on in. And when you come in, do two things for me. Let me know where you're watching from. Number one, let me know where you're watching from. But then number two, let me know if you have shared it or not. I need everybody. I don't care what your official title is, what your prophetic designation might be in the spirit. I need you to pick up the mantle. Some of y'all don't respond unless it's something deep or spooky. So I need y'all to pick up the mantle of a share warrior. So let me see who's here. I see Emmanuel. What's up, man? Good to see you, my friend. I see Regina is here. Here we go. I see Shane, Mr. Keys, and Spring Taft, and Bishop Lewis from Pittsburgh, California. There we go. There we go. There we go. Candace Nicole, good to see you. I need everybody to share. I need everybody to share. I need everybody to share. My brother, Dr. Thomas Cody. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's. I have the joy of mentoring him, being one of his mentors, and just extremely proud of what he's doing. Oklahoma is here. What's up, Oklahoma? Come on, I need y'all to share. Olivia in North Carolina, Roderick in Las Vegas. 60 seconds, y'all. Get everybody you can, and more importantly, I need you to get your people in because you're not a selfish leader, but I also need you to make sure you have something to share, or rather to write these notes down. I appreciate the shares. That's great, but I don't need you just to be in here to say you were here. I need you to make sure you can capture this, all right? Frederick in Memphis, good to see you. Charles, good to see you. Here we go. We're wrapping up in just a second. Marquise, what's up, nephew? Good to see you, man. Amari Harris, Moline, Illinois. I don't know if I said it right. I'm sorry. Charges in my head, not my heart. Cousin Bobby in Denver. Good to see you. We're moving. Y'all are obeying the man of God tonight with these shares. I appreciate that. Let's keep it going. JC in Virginia watching on YouTube. Glad to have you. Andre in Dallas. Glad to have you. All right, let's jump into it because we can spend the entire hour just asking folk to share and begging. And some of y'all will say, look, I shared already. All right, I came in to hear what the title of the video said you were going to talk about. So I promise you, I don't want to be guilty of just begging you to share the whole live. You all are here. And so I thank you for that. Let me jump right into it because I have some very important things I need to share with you tonight. What's up, Dr. Sutherland? Good to see you, man. Live Oak, Florida. Okay, y'all are coming in. I love it. Andre Frazier, good to see you, man. Michigan is here. Hey, Lady Spencer. Akeem. All right, there we go. Good to see you. Lawrence Scott from St. Louis, my brother. Good to see you, man. My childhood friend. We grew up together. Lambert Gates Jr., greeting like only the saints do. Praise the Lord to you as well. God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. Let's jump into it. I trust that you have something to take notes on. I'm going to try to really, really streamline this, but by way of introduction, for maybe those that don't know who I am, someone shared it and you clicked on it because the title was compelling. I am Mark Moore Jr., the host of, it hurts to say it, Lord, give me a minute. I had to swallow my tears. The host of the Young Leaders Conference, where we are committed to making an impact in your life in ministry, media, and the marketplace. The reason that we're doing this now, and some of you all have noticed for the last few days, we have really, really tried to take this mentorship thing to another level. I want to be very honest and get your notes ready. But the reason for that is because I feel, and y'all know I don't like to throw around God said or the Lord told me. I don't play with that. If I say God said it, God really, really, really said it. But I do feel compelled, and I really felt a mandate during this quarantine season to really kind of evaluate, and I'll say better, reevaluate my perspective on certain things, primarily this role as mentor. For me, this is just me talking, it's been difficult for me. Some of y'all will agree with me and you'll immediately connect. If so, tell me in the comments. But for me, it's been difficult to kind of step into that space and kind of even see myself in that light because, and I said this last time, I know me better than you know me, okay? I know the behind the scenes. I know my insecurities. Can I be honest and transparent with you guys late in the midnight hour? I know my shortcomings and the things that I'm not good at and the stuff that I try to mask with you know, how we do and how we build stuff. And so for me, because I know where God wants to take me, just being honest with you all, hope y'all can handle it tonight, because I know where God has kind of shown me things will go, because I'm not there yet, I have long felt unworthy, if I can say it that way, to advise or to share or to coach other people because I'm so far from where I want to be. This has been my perspective forever until I noticed that I kept getting all of these inboxes, people at home, shut down, quarantine, asking me, how do you do this? And, you know, when you were going from 300 people to 1,000 people, how did you transition this? When you were going from 50 people to 200, how did you do this? And so I've really, really, really looked at this this whole mentorship piece is something that I would do later, but here's where we're going, and I'm jumping into it now. But God really convicted me and said there are so many people that are connected to this page and connected to the fruit of YLC that even though you're not where you will be, they want to know how you got where you are. And so what I've committed to do, and I hope you've got your notes ready because we're going to work now. What I have committed to do is I have committed to be the person in somebody else's life that I wish I would have had in mind. Did you hear what I said to you? I have told the Lord, and so you all are part of this because I got to keep my promise to him. I told the Lord that I would be for others what I wish I would have had for myself. Now, let me be very clear because some of you all know my story. You know where I come from. I've got the best family in the world, support, all of that good stuff. That's not how I'm framing it. But for what I'm doing, my story is I didn't have anybody that could sit me down and say, don't do this, do it that way, change this, that ain't gonna work, fix it. I didn't have that. So I had to learn a lot of lessons the hard way, and thanks be unto God, he let us learn them fast. But my promise to him, and I hope y'all are hearing this, my promise to him was that I would be the voice in some other leader's life, some other visionary, event host, young preacher, whatever, that I wish I would have had, because I feel like this, and you're going to hear me say this a lot in this season, but I feel that the purpose of mentorship is so that your mentor's losses can become your lessons. It does not make sense. If we're friends, if we're social media family, you'd come to my events, all that good stuff. It does not make sense for both of us to have the same failure, right? I'm the one that got caught with the $70,000 bill at the last minute because I didn't know how to structure a contract right. Shame on me and you if you make the same mistake and we're supposed to be in a relationship. You guys with me here? So let's take this journey together. Let's take this journey together. Tonight, what I want to talk about is some of the danger. Get this, guys. Some of the danger associated with bringing the wrong people either to speak at your event or to work on your team. I need you guys to get this. I want to talk about the danger tonight of bringing the wrong people to, number one, speak at your event, or sometimes both, or to be a part of your team. Now, let's go right into it. Let's go right into it. Thank you all for sharing. I ain't gonna ask you to do it no more. If you're being blessed, you'll share. If not, amen. But let's jump into it. As an event host, and again, I don't want to ever assume that everybody just knows, who I am and what I'm doing. So for those of you that do know, bear with me as I kind of walk through the story, because it's important for those that are listening maybe for the first time that they understand, and I'm going to throw this in extra, that they understand that credibility has to matter. Let's stop right there, because I promise you that could be a whole life, and it probably will be at some point. Let me say it again. Credibility has to matter. I don't mean to be offensive, but it's late night insight, midnight mentorship. So I'm going to be a little bit more raw than I normally would. Not as raw as I'm going to be in the real mentorship program for those that really want to be mentored. But I'm going to give it to you straight. We have become a generation. We have become an era, a space and time, however you want to put it, where I'll say it this way. We've become so drunk on our social media success, right? We become so inoculated by the fact that people know our usernames, and we've got a comma now in the number of followers that we have failed to remember that credibility still has to matter. When I speak of credibility, what am I talking about? Credibility in layman's terms is nothing more than your ability or your value, the value of your voice. That's how I put it. All right. Write it down that way. Credibility is nothing more than the real, authentic, true value of your voice. Do you know what you're talking about? Okay, here we go. Let's go deeper here. Not only do you know what you're talking about, but here it is. Do you have proof? Do you have fruit that suggests and verifies, oh, wait, you know what? They actually do know what they're talking about. Now, we're not in church, and some of you all, you only see pulpit me and all that's great. This is the other side. This is not the minister. This is the mogul in the making. And let me be very clear. Most of us, the fact that you're on this line tonight tells me that most of us have really, really bought into that duality of both minister and mogul. All right. And the truth is, neither one of them like each other. Let's just tell the truth. So I'm going to be real with you here. I'm going to be real with you here. You got to understand, we have to understand that credibility matters. What I like that, Adelia, what fruit does this person have before you buy in to what they're telling you? So I'm saying that as a foundation to say that the reason I'm talking about bringing the wrong people is because a few times I've brought the wrong people. Hear me? The reason I'm talking about how to avoid hiring the wrong people, hand up, I have hired the wrong people. Okay? So in this process, here's my credibility. Here's my claim. This is why you need to listen to me. Humbly submitted, but we've grown. So come on, let's just go to work. The events that I do, I'm only 7 events into my career. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have only hosted 7 events in my career. This is why you need to hear what I'm about to tell you. My first event, we'll start with the thumb. My first event had 50 people. This last event had 5,000. You hear what I'm saying to you? This is why you need to take notes on what I'm about to give you. Just for those that didn't know, and again, if you, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Log off, because we got to stop sugarcoating stuff at some point. Let's be real. This is why you need to hear this. The first one had 50. The last one had 5,000. Now, here's what you need to know. Number one, when you're getting ready to bring people, when you're getting ready to invite guests, when you're getting ready, you're putting a program together. And I want to be very clear. Hey, Taylor. Hey, Andre. I want to be very clear. This is not limited to faith-based events. This is not just bringing people to preach. These are principles. Get this, guys. The beauty of a principle is that it applies across platforms. A principle is a principle outside of cultural context. A principle is a principle outside of location and state lines. A principle applies across the board. So here's what I need you to understand. Here's what I need you to understand. When you're getting ready to bring somebody in, let's go right into it. All right. The first thing that you consider when you're looking to bring somebody, number one, is their charisma. You guys with me? Number one is their charisma. When you get ready to bring somebody in, now again, this is somebody to speak as well as somebody to serve on your team. Someone to be a volunteer. We need somebody to be over the social media. We need somebody to be over the ushers. We need somebody to be over the music ministry. The first thing, there it is on your screen, the first thing that you look at is their charisma, okay? This speaks to, just as it says, how they draw. Now, let's be very transparent. Let's be very transparent as event hosts and as leaders, entrepreneurs, business owners, ministers, whatever you do that requires a team to do it well. We always, here's the mistake we make. Here's number one. We typically stop the search at their charisma. Think about it. Again, charisma speaks to how they draw. We look at, let's go faith-based. We look at Pastor so-and-so, Bishop so-and-so, Doctor so-and-so, Apostle so-and-so, Prophet so-and-so, Evangelist so-and-so, whatever realm of gifts you're looking at. And we typically stop the interview, the internal interview at their charisma. And here's what we do. Tell me if I'm telling the truth. I need y'all to talk to me in these comments here. Typically what we say is, man, if I bring so-and-so, the people are going to come. Am I telling the truth? We typically say, man, if I bring this person, ooh, we're going to sell out. Man, let me put Bishop so-and-so on the flyer. And that's a guaranteed 300 registers right there. Y'all with me? Oh man, if we could, okay, I need to connect with so-and-so because so-and-so can put me in touch with this person. And if I get in touch with this person, then I can get so-and-so to come. And if I get them to come, then my stock has just gone up. Right? Because we're simply looking, I need y'all to hear me, we're simply looking at that person's charisma. Elisha says, that's it. Kyle, what's up, man? You're agreeing with Jonathan said I'm in the house. Okay, I want to make sure I'm in the house. Brushunda, thank you. She's in our YouTube location. I need you to make sure you're sharing it. She said it's the truth anyhow. Yeah, Emmanuel. Okay, there we go. I'm glad I got some witnesses here. I need y'all to talk to me here. This is Midnight Mentorship. We got to work together. You typically stop looking at their charisma, which speaks to how they draw. Man, if I bring so-and-so, they're going to bring a lot of people with them. We see people, we see dollar signs. Come on, let's tell the truth. This is mentorship. It's not designed to make you feel good. It's designed to make you better. We look at how they're going to draw, and we already can see the pictures in our mind. Ooh, I'm going to have the camera person stand in the back left corner, and I'm going to wait till everybody's hands are up. Then I'm going to have them get the picture of the crowd. And ooh, that's going to be my new Facebook cover photo. Trust me, I get it. I get it. Okay. But here's the danger. Here's the danger. Y'all with me? Here's the danger. The danger is you stop at charisma, which is how they draw, and you do not fail, or rather you do not consider, number two, you ready? Write this down. You do not consider their crowd, which is who they draw. Y'all not hearing what I'm saying? Number one, let's go back. I want to make sure y'all are with me. No mentee left behind. All right. Number one, we tend to look at their charisma, which is how they draw. Ooh, that's a big name. They're going to come for them. But we make the mistake of failing to look at their crowd, which is who they draw. Now, we got to talk here for a moment, and I want to give you a chance. I told y'all I'm stepping out of the box. I'm scared, but I'm doing it scared. And I'll be honest with you, what I'm getting ready to do, I've kind of been, let me be transparent, I've kind of been going back and forth with the Lord a little bit. I don't know if I should do it. I don't know if I'm smart enough. I don't know if I'm, da-da-da-da. But he reminded me, I'm telling him I'm scared to do this. This is a big deal. But he had to remind me, everything I've done that was successful, I did it scared. That is a word for somebody right there. Everything I've done that has been life-changing, I had to do it scared. Y'all with me? I'm in my little office area at my place, and the reason I put these things on the wall that you see, somewhere, what is that? This is the Phoenix Award from the city of Atlanta. They gave us this after we brought 3,000 people. That was 18. They gave us that after we brought 3,000 people to the city of Atlanta and raised over $1 million for the community with our presence. This one is the proclamation from the city of Atlanta where they said, It's YLC Day. Some of y'all were there. You remember the praise break that ensued. They gave us this after we paid off $2 million worth of medical debt for people and hosted presidential candidates and did all of that stuff and did all the things that God got glory for. But you know what the foundation feeling that preceded this stuff? The foundational feeling was not confidence. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Because some of y'all, you are bought in and you following mentors and people that are hyping you up, and they're giving you this dream that they've always had it together and they've never had fears. And now you're sitting at home wondering if something is wrong with you because you've got uncertainty and you're a little anxious and you got a little anxiety and you get a little depressed when you think about all that God's calling you to do. And the truth of the matter is, it's nothing wrong with you. Your fear is confirmation that this is a God idea. Man, I feel, what's my cash app? I'm giving myself a love offering tonight. Your fear is confirmation that this is bigger than you are. Stop letting people feel or make you feel that something is wrong with you because you're scared. The absence of fear with something that you say God gave you should be what really scares you, because what that says, if you're not afraid, if you're not anxious or nervous, what that says is, you can do this by yourself. No, you better embrace that fear. And so I'll be honest with you. I said that to say, I'm trying not to preach, but I'm kind of full. I'm kind of full. I got a vision. I got an idea. I'm working on something, and I know that I'm taking some people with me. I've been looking for the people that are assigned to my voice. And every one of you on here, visionary, mentor, minister, entrepreneur, whatever you do, event host, you got to understand that if God has given you a word, and I'm not limiting that to preaching, all right? If God has given you a word, a promise, an idea, not limiting that to the pulpit, but if God has given you anything that requires your voice, understand he would not have given you something to say if he has not created somebody that's uniquely equipped to hear your voice. Preach, Mark Moore Jr. I think I will. He would not have given you a message, even if the message is shop with me, buy from me, get this product, whatever the message is. It doesn't have to be limited to preaching. He would not have given you a message for your voice to express if he did not already create people that are assigned to what your voice is going to say. And so I'm in a season right now where I'm saying, God, I don't care about followers and numbers and all that's great. All that matters, but I'm not doing it for that. That's a byproduct. I'm doing it for the people that are assigned to my voice. I'm looking for them because I got something I got to say. So I'm saying that I want to talk about this crowd piece, but look on the screen, because what I'm getting ready to do is I'm getting ready to formalize this. This is just me talking to y'all, Facebook and YouTube and all of that. But I'm getting ready to really, really, really take this mentorship thing to another level. And I'm looking for those that need to know what I know. That's how mentorship works. I'm looking for those that want to know what I know. I'm looking for those that have said, hey, you know how to grow. I want to grow. Show me how to grow. It's that simple. If that's you, when we get ready to make it available and open it up, I want you to be the first to know. So all you got to do, you see it right there. Just text mentorship to 555-888. And when we get things ready, I want to let you all know before we go public and thousands and all that good stuff takes place. So I need you to get this. If you want to be, this is not just something we're going to send you something. Oh, no, this is one-on-one with me. This is a small, I got to cap it so that the quality can maintain. But this is one-on-one, me and the small group we're going to do on a consistent basis. I want to walk with you on your growth journey. All right. Now, here's what I need you to do. Somebody said, I'm signing up tonight. You can't sign up tonight. It's nothing to sign up for. It's nothing to sign up for. All you're doing is letting me know you're interested so that when we're ready to give you the information on how we're going to connect and what the schedule is, we're going to talk every Monday. When we get all that ready, you're going to know first. So I'm not sending you anything to sign up for tonight. There's nothing to buy right now. I just need to know that you want what I've got. That's all this part is. All right. Now let's go. We talked about the growth piece. We typically look at their charisma, which is how they draw, but we fail to factor in number two, that when you invite a speaker, not just a speaker, when you invite a volunteer, hear me, y'all. When you invite a team member, paid staff, whatever the context of your situation is, you not only get their charisma, but you also get their crowd, which is not only how they draw, that's the charisma piece, but the crowd piece is who they draw. Get that, guys. Get that. Get that. Get that. Get that. Some of you all are so stuck. Some of you all are so stuck on the charisma piece and what they're going to do for your credibility and what they're going to do for your crowd and what they're going to do for your numbers and for your offerings or for your status or how many followers you're going to have. Man, if I do a live with so-and-so, I'm going to get 1,000 new followers. Okay, that's great. Nothing wrong with that. But you don't only get their charisma, you also get their crowd. Can I be very honest with you guys tonight? In fact, I'm not even going to say nothing else to y'all. Talk to me in these comments. I need permission. You got to give me permission to mentor you, all right? You got to give me permission to be free here because I need to be very transparent, and some of you will not like what I'm about to say, but it has to be said. Can I speak freely? I think sometimes my comments are delayed, so I'm going to give you all a second. And if you haven't shared this, I need you to share it now. Okay. All right. I got some help. Oh, man, my brother, Pastor Walter Scott Thomas Jr., congratulations on the anniversary, man. Honored that you're even here. All right. Y'all are saying go forth. Y'all are letting me be released. Thomas, you said go. Okay. All right. I'm going to go in. There are people, and please listen to the principle, because the principle is always greater than the personality. Did you hear me? The principle is always greater than the person. Who was it? That's not what matters. Get the principle, y'all. There are so many people. Every time we do an event, oh my God, man, you should bring so-and-so, right? Doc, if you would just bring sister so-and-so in to speak, if you would just bring brother so-and-so in to speak, man, Doc, I know you got thousands of people coming right now. Oh, but if you would just bring this speaker, what she could do for your crowd, what he could do for your crowd. I get this literally all the time. Not a week goes by when somebody's not sending me, I'm going to be honest. What's up, Paul? Good to see you. Not a week goes by where somebody's not sending me either a big name recommendation or, their local Sunday school superintendent. Doc, if you would just bring so-and-so, they would take your whole event to a whole nother level. Right now, here's the transparent part that I need y'all to get permission for. There are some incredible gifts, and again, who you talking about? I'm talking about nobody and everybody. That's not the point. Don't get lost on that. What's up, Taylor? I love you. There are some people that are incredible gifts, and I mean that. That's not shade, as y'all love to look for. That's not tongue in cheek. I'm serious. I'm talking about incredible gifts that will never stand on a stage that God used these hands to construct. Not because they don't have wisdom in their approach, not because they don't have phenomenal content, not because, and I'm being very generic, so, because who is it? It's nobody and everybody. Not because they can't hoop and modulate to all the keys or sing and make the chandeliers cry. No, they can do all of that. But there are some people that will never stand on a stage that God instructed me to build, because while they've got all the charisma in the world, I do not want their crowd. Y'all mad? Because you don't need to sign up for the mentorship program if you're mad already, because I ain't even said nothing yet. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Have you shared this? Have you shared this? I'm going to say it again. There are some people incredibly brilliant, incredible presentation, incredible, here's the word again, charisma, all of that. But Paul, they will never, I'm saying it this way for a reason, they will never stand on a stage God used these hands to build simply because I don't want their crowd in that room. Now, let's go a little deeper here. Let's go a little deeper here. And I'm really going to talk about this in the, for those that are really my mentees, but I'm going to give you this now for everybody. I don't want you to hear this in the context of, I'm suggesting some kind of hierarchy, or I'm suggesting that, there are some people that are better than other people. No. Don't find a reason to be offended. Hear me? Don't find a reason to be offended. I'm not saying it to suggest that some people, those people, no, it's not that. But you got to understand, and let's come on, tell the whole truth. You got to understand that all people are not your people. Hear me? And let's be very honest. What we tend to do, this is why I titled this talking about the dangers. What we tend to do as visionaries and leaders and entrepreneurs and ministers and people that are serious about advancing, we get stuck on the numbers. I'm telling you what I know. Okay, we get stuck on the crowd size. We get stuck on, I gotta sell out. I gotta sell out. I gotta sell out. I'm being very honest. I am a sellout addict. I've never done an event that did not sell out and oversold, but I've had to be careful because I did not want to get so lost in selling out. Thank you, Jesus. I'll say it this way. I didn't want to be so lost. I don't want to get so lost in selling out the seats that I end up selling out my soul. I am teaching better than y'all are amening. I'm convinced of it. I'm convinced of it. Yeah. Thank you, kind spirit. I'm absolutely teaching better than y'all say amen. I do not want to be guilty of selling my soul in order to sell out some seats. And if you're not careful, you better hear what I'm saying. Y'all see the pulpit me, and that's my ministry, my calling. But this is where this is where, for lack of a better term, the magic happens. All right. So many times the mistake that we make is we will look beyond all the red flags. We'll look beyond the fit for our vision, and we'll say, or make the approach, any people will do. Any group will do. I got to get folk in here. I got to get folk in here. I got to get folk in here. And what I'm challenging you to say, and you ain't going to find a lot of mentors that'll tell you this truth. I'm going to tell it to you straight, though. You don't want everybody. Again, don't miss it. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. This is not to downplay or demonize them. This is to save you stress, anxiety, and most of all, this is to lift the burden of your event being tainted and changed from its original intent because you chase people and not your people. You better hear what I'm saying to you. Y'all, I don't think I probably need to move on. I'm gonna say the rest of this for those that are really in the mentorship thing. But I'm gonna be honest with you. All people are not your people. And if you have a vision, I'll be personal. I'll be the one that tells the story. What's up to y'all on YouTube? It's a lot of y'all over there tonight. I love it. I need y'all to share this link. Those of y'all in the groups, tag somebody. In fact, everybody ought to take a second and just tag at least 3 people in the comments. You know at least 3 people that need to hear what I'm saying. You know at least 3 people that need to hear what I'm saying. Tag them now in these comments. Tell them, hey, get in here. 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 Lakeisha said, that's how I know you are my mentor. I love you. Make sure you text that number because when we do what we about to do, I want you all to have a chance to get in first, okay? Thomas, you got E flat. Thank you, sir. You already know. You already know. Now, here's what I'm saying to you. I'll use me. I'll use me. I know. I'm trying to think how. Give me wisdom, Lord. Trying to think how much I need to share here and how much I need to share for the actual. Okay, I can do this. I know that YLC has a mandate and a mission to serve as a bridge between generations and models. Okay. Now, I'm not saying this is what you're supposed to do. I just know what I'm supposed to do. I have been uniquely designed by God, all right, to host an event that merges old school power with new school presentation. Catch me? That's me. I'm 5th generation apostolic preacher's kid, old school, right? Because of this mandate, though, and I'm not saying this to brag, it's midnight mentorship. Let's just be straight. Come on, we don't have to do. I can't stand some of this, and I get so tired of all the time having to do add the caveats and no, I mean, if you don't know my spirit by now, one, you ain't got no discernment. You need to get a prayer life, but check the resume. All right. So because of this mandate to merge the old with the new, YLC is one of the only places you're going to go where you see $500,000 in LED and lasers and light beams, and the lights are dim, but they're singing a hymn and there's a choir where the sisters have on stockings and skirts below their knees. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying? New school presentation. Folk being baptized in hotel swimming pools. Okay. You're going to come in and there might be somebody sitting next to you with a snapback and a jersey, and they're free and praising God. They got their skinny jeans and Jordans on. On your left and on your right, there's a sister with a St. John suit, a Kojic hat with all the rhinestones and red bottoms, and both of them are comfortable and praising God. Now, I can already feel some of y'all, I don't believe that. I don't think that can't be. Can I get anybody in here that's been to YLC that would just kind of testify? No, it's actually like that. You're going to see nose rings and tongue rings on the same row as clergy collars and vestments, because that's my mandate. I'm walking that thing out. So what I attract, I'm trying to help you. What I attract is a new school crowd that's not angry or bitter at old school traditions. And I'm giving y'all some good stuff. If y'all, I'm gonna have to delete this one because I think I'm going a little deep here. We need to say this for the real thing. But I attract a new school crowd that's not angry at old school church. And I also attract an old school crowd that's open to new innovations and not tripping about some stuff. You hear what I'm saying to you? This is why I come back around to the importance of the crowd, because this is the mix that the recipe God gave me requires. I can't bring somebody in who's going to bring in a crowd that is, let's go both ways, that is so new school that they're angry and upset and deaf to anything that existed before 2005, because that's bondage and that's just angry church people for no reason. I can't bring that in, but I also can't bring those that are so old school or so stuck in a certain model that they want to kill the folk that are coming that weren't raised in what they were raised in. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying? I'm going to say it again. Because I know what the recipe calls for to produce the vision and cook up the vision God gave me, I need young folk or new school folk, because the age is not really the issue, it's the mindset. I need new school folk that are not angry at the old school. And I need old school folk that are not scared of the new school. That's what I need to produce what God showed me. Because of this is why I can't bring everybody, because I don't need everybody's crowd to come with them. I don't need the old school folk that are walking around my convention center with extra sheets that they brought, tying up sisters that weren't raised in their background. Oh no, baby, let me you walk around the safety pin police. I don't need that. I don't need folk. The usher sits you. It's already standing room only for some of the sessions. The services are packed out. I don't need folk telling, oh no, I can't sit here because I can't sit next to nobody with a hat on in church. No, sit down and let the Holy Ghost touch you too. I don't need that. I don't need the other side though, where your skinny jeans are so tight that it's cut off your circulation and you can't even think maybe some of this old school stuff ain't that bad. Y'all don't like the way I'm talking. I'm going to keep talking though. I don't need that. So when I'm bringing and putting my speakers together, I can't bring somebody, I don't care how good they are at what they do and how kind they are to me. I can't bring somebody whose crowd would stink up the atmosphere of what I'm responsible for. Hear me. Now again, I'm not minimizing either side. We gonna lean, and this is me, we gonna lean more to the conservative side. Because that's me. That's what I'm responsible for that. But we're not gonna lean so conservative that we alienate and throw away the people that need to be exposed to some of that power. Y'all with me? Let's review. I got one more. One more. And am I doing my good talking? I love your profile picture. She said, I have a seat at YLC 20. I love your profile picture. Man, Lord have mercy. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me keep moving. Number one, when you invite somebody, you get their charisma, which is how they draw. Number two, you get their crowd, which is who they draw. Y'all with me? Now, who else do I? I see you guys. Now, let me say this. I want to give you number three. Number three is going to shake some of you up a little bit, and that's fine. And it's not for everybody. I'll be very clear about that. But if you're one of those that says, hey, you know what? I haven't thought of it this way. I need this kind of voice in my life. I need this kind of insight for what I'm trying to do because I want to grow. I need Mark's voice. If that's what you're saying, I need you to text mentorship to 555-888. I'm getting ready to really, really formalize, and I can't do everybody, but I'm going to take a group of men, women, entrepreneurs, leaders, preachers, whatever, that want to grow in ministry, media, and marketplace. Because if I know how to do anything, and this is, again, to the glory of God, but if I know how to do anything, I know how to grow. Okay? If I know how to do anything, I know how to grow. And what I promised the Lord is that I would be for others what I wish somebody would have been for me. All right. So if you want, hey, I need mentorship. I recognize I can go, Thomas, I'm going to use your words. I can go further faster if somebody who's been down this road gives me direction. That's all it is. That's you. When we drop this, it will go fast. It will sell out because to the glory of God, I've never done anything that didn't sell out. All right. So text mentorship to 555-888. I'm going to tell you guys first, and I got some stuff I want to send you just to be a blessing to you. Now, number one, let's get back to work. You invite someone, and I'm speaking about the event space, but I need you to also hear this for your volunteers and your paid staff. You're getting ready to hire employees. You're getting ready to bring somebody on the team or whatever it is. When you bring them on, you get their charisma, how they draw. You get their crowd, who they draw. Number three, you get their controversy. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. You get their charisma. You get their crowd. Number three, when you invite someone to your stage, you also get their controversy. When you hire somebody to come onto your staff, when you bring somebody onto your team, we typically look at just the charisma. Look how good they do what they do. Man, you know how great our flyers would be if we had them? Man, you know how great our choir would be if we had them? You know how dope our band would be if we had them? Y'all not hear what I'm saying? Do you know how much better our team and everything would be if we had them? Okay, that's their charisma. But have you considered the crowd that comes with them? And number three, have you considered that whatever you put on your stage, you also get the controversy that comes with it? Y'all with me? So listen, this is real good. I know it's real good because God gave it to me. I wish I didn't have to suffer to get some of it, but this is the beauty of mentorship. My losses should be your lessons. Okay? I cannot emphasize, don't throw your phone at me. You don't need your phone to text mentorship to 555-888. Don't throw your phone. All right. I cannot tell you how many bullets we've dodged with YLC. Okay, well, hold on, let me think, because some of this, no, I'm not going to go into that, because that's for those that are really going to be in the program. I'm going to say that one because that's real. But I will say this. You got to be mindful that you count up the Bible talks about the fact. The Bible talks about the fact that a wise builder counts up the cost. Some of y'all just out here breaking ground everywhere. You ain't asked for an invoice, a receipt, a proposal. You ain't counted nothing. You just out here, this will be good. This will be fun. That'll help. This will be a blessing. That you're just out here being reckless with your influence. That's what this is really about. You're being reckless with your influence. You hear me? And so I say that to say that there have been situations where I've wanted someone's voice. I'll be honest with you. There have been situations where I've wanted somebody's wisdom. I've wanted somebody's influence. I've wanted somebody's perspective. Man, I would love to have them on the flyer, but couldn't deal with the controversy that came with it. And this is why it's so important that you do your due diligence before you just start bringing everybody that's got a following. Because I like, and y'all are commenting so fast. I love it. I love the engagement. This is how we get better. Iron sharpens iron. But my friend, Pastor Walter Scott Thomas Jr., he said, they've left town and you still cleaning up mess. Why? Because again, controversy speaks to, don't miss it, not how they draw, not who they draw. Controversy speaks to what they draw. And you got to be careful, not just with the speakers that you bring, but with the people that you put on your team. You got to be careful that their controversy does not exceed their contribution. Y'all with me tonight? You got to be careful that their controversy doesn't supersede their contribution. Now, I want to be clear, because I'm not speaking I'm not speaking from a position of, well, you just judge people, you make one mistake, you're done. No, we serve a God of second chances, and everybody on here is the recipient of a second chance. Let's make that devil a liar tonight. That's not at all what I'm suggesting. But sometimes, let's tell the truth. Sometimes you need to see a little time between that person's infraction and their new beginning. Sometimes you need to let a little time. Not listen to me. It's not that I'm mad at you. It's not that I am judging you or I'm trying to punish you. No. It's not that at all. But listen to me. I got a responsibility to protect this brand that God gave me. Y'all not hearing me. I got a responsibility, and I'm going to give you this key. Some of y'all need to sow $1,000 off of this one key right here. And I'm barely playing. Some of y'all need to sow $1,000 off this one key, because this one key will help you. As I said a moment ago, you are responsible for the brand that God has given you. And what you got to understand is that whatever you platform, you promote. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all wanted the Hebrew and Greek. I don't speak Hebrew or Greek, and neither do you. Let me give it to you real plain one more time. Whatever you platform, you promote. Whatever you platform, you promote. It's simple, but it is revolutionary. Because some of you all are wondering why you can't get sponsors. Some of you wonder why you can't get traction, why you can't get a certain circle or a certain group to come and be a part. And you don't understand that the reason they're shying away from you is because you have promoted something with your platform that has put you in a bad light. Do you understand the purpose of a platform? Okay, I have a bookshelf here. These shelves, the higher the shelves go, the platform, What it does is it increases the visibility for people to see it. I have books on my bottom shelf that you cannot see. Why? Because they're not on a high platform. When I put them on a high platform, though, now more people get a chance to see it. What am I saying to you? What I'm saying to you is whatever you choose to put on a high platform, which is your stage or your team, come on, or your staff, or your whatever it is that you do, whatever you choose to platform or elevate, you promote, which means you give more people an opportunity to see it. So it's easy to say, and I'll save that for later. I'll say that for those that are really going to be mentored. But it's easy to get so stuck on, I need the people there. And this person has the charisma to do it. It's easy to get stuck on that you ignore the fact that what does their presence there say to the outside world about your convictions? This is not to sit in the seat of judgment. No. Not to be God. No. But you are a steward. Get that. You are a steward of the vision God has given you. You are responsible for it. Hear me? And so sometimes you might need to let a little time exist between headlines and invitation. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Paul said, if meat offends my brother, I won't eat it. Hear me? Yeah, Crystal, the problem, I'm in my flow. I can do this all day, every day. This is a gift. I'm not saying that, glory of God. This is a gift. Growth is a gift of mine. All right? So let's keep going, because I'm going to let y'all go. This is supposed to be midnight mentorship, and it is after midnight. I've gone over time. Y'all forgive me. But I want to be very clear. You, as the visionary, as the leader, as the pastor, as the host, as the whatever your context suggests, you are responsible for the climate of your event or your team or your business. You're the leader. You are responsible. You don't have the luxury of, well, I know I'm the leader, but no. The only reason they are there is because you put them there. You said you're the leader, right? Yeah, that means you are responsible for every element of your vision, your event, your team, your squad. You are responsible. Hear what I'm saying to you? You are responsible. And so because of that, you got to be mindful that when you bring anybody in or on, you get their charisma. That's the part everybody wants to look at. Man, they're so good at what they do. Man, people would love to hear them. Man, oh, he's the best. She's the best. Don't stop there, though, because you also get their crowd. And remember, while you need people to pay bills, to fill seats, to buy books, to attend whatever you're doing, you need people. What you really need is not people. What you really need, is your people. Hear me? What you need is that's why I keep talking about, my mentorship program, that this isn't for everybody. I've said that 5 times so far tonight. I'm going to say it again before it's over. This isn't for everybody because, and I'm, again, glory to God, I know how to sell. That's a gift. I'm a gifted salesman. I know how to do that. I know how to make sure the flyers are right. And I know how I can do that all day. All right. But with this, I don't just want people. I need my people. I need the people that my story, my insight, my wisdom, my advice, my know-how, my skill set is tailored to help them. Because at the end of the day, those of you that are in our mentorship program, at the end of the day, I want us to be able to celebrate our corporate wins together because I have been able to guide you to where you're trying to go. That's what mentorship is supposed to be. You hear me? So I don't just need people. I need my people. If you feel like, hey, I need what God has put on Mark. I need some of that growth wisdom. I've been stuck. My stuff has been the same event over and over. I've not grown. My numbers have stalled out. If you want to grow, you might need to hear my voice. I want you to do what the screen says. Text mentorship to 55588. All right. When we're ready, when the time is right, we're going to release it, and you all will get a chance to be a part and be involved first. So you not only get their charisma when you bring somebody or add somebody, you not only get their crown, which is who they draw. That's important because remember, you do not want someone else's crown to come and overrun your event. I have seen it happen. You do not want that to happen. But then number 3, yes, you get their charisma. Yes, you get their crown, but you also get their controversy, which is what they draw. You don't want to alienate people that should be there simply because you forced an invitation to someone that should be. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Somebody put me in E flat. Yes, Amari. Absolutely. 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 Everybody's not assigning your voice. All right? So here's what I want to do. I'm feeling good. Should I do this? Let me think. Should I do this? Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to give you 10 to 15 more minutes. If you're looking at this, listening to me, and you're saying, I need to be a part of this, I have a question, what I want to do, now you got to be dressed because I'm about to send you a link to come in and I want us to have a conversation. Ebony said, do it. All right. If you're listening to me, hey, Evangelist Emma, love you. If you're listening to me and you have a question and you're not scared, you're serious, you're committed, you're ready to grow, and you need to know something, I want you to come on and I'm going to answer whatever you ask, but you got to comment so I can send you this link real quick. The media team, this is the link. If you want to come on, I'm going to bring you on right here with me if that's what you want to do. If you got a question, I need you to be dressed. All right. Don't come on here with the lights up. Oh, I can't now. Be ye also ready. All right. If you've got, I'm going to give it 10 to 15 more minutes. And if ain't nobody here, I'm going to move on. We got other things to do. But if you're here, I'm giving you an opportunity. Emmanuel, you said you're ready. All right. Let's see. I'm about to send you a link to your Facebook inbox. I got this. I can do this. I want you to click that link. You're going to come in and you're going to talk to me. And we're going to bring some clarity here. Okay? No, I don't want no inbox questions. I don't want no inbox questions. I want you to bring it on. Marcus, I'm going to bring you on too, Marcus. Marcus M. Williams. I'm send you the link. Let's do a little late night coaching here real quick. All right, Marcus, you've got the link. Emmanuel, you got the link. I'm not answering no questions in the comments. I want to come on and talk to you. I want you to come on and talk to me. Akeem, I think you're gonna be the last one. Let me see here. Let me see. I said your name wrong. I'm sorry. Let me see. All right, I've got 3 of them. I'm sending you the link. Akameen, forgive me for messing it up. I'm sure I did, man. You know, I meant no harm. Let's get some of these questions out and see what happens. Okay. Let me see. So I'm waiting on Marcus. I'm waiting on Emmanuel, and I'm waiting on Akameen, sorry, man, to come on in. It takes me a second to log into the system, but I said it right the first time. Okay. I'm glad. Now, for the rest of you, okay, I think I got Marcus. Let's see if this is working. Bro, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Now I can. Okay, now I can. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm talking to you, so I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. What's going on?
Not much, man. Listen, I know you have been very successful in social media marketing.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not to the point to where I'm hurting for a customer or a client.
Mhm.
Because I have many different things that I do and they're all going well.
Right.
But I have not mastered this thing of social media. I know once I get that missing piece,
Mhm.
I'm gonna have a different problem because my infrastructure is not going to be able to carry what I'm looking to happen. So I already know I just stepped on my own toe.
You
But
answer you making my job real easy right now. But go ahead.
no, my question is, man, like, how do I get this social media down? Because I'll have, I don't have a lot of engagement, and I don't get on a high horse and all that kind of stuff because, my clients are my clients, my opportunities are my opportunities, and I do quite well. But I know that one video or that one flyer or that one soundbite could change everything.
Mhm. I've got two things to say to you, bro. Uh, this is the preliminary to that. One, you're doing an excellent job because I've been following, I've been watching what you're doing, and you get it. Let's start there. But there are two things that I have to speak to. Number one is this: I want you and everybody else. How do I say this the right way? Yeah, I'll say it this way. I want you, and it's not easy, but I want you to fall out of love with the idea, I'm going to say, the myth of that one video that changes everything. I want you to fall out of love. In fact, just delete that from your mind that this is going to be the one post, the one Instagram clip, the one video, the one testimonial that this is my Oprah moment. Everything changes. That's not how it works. Let me be very honest with you. I have had so many moments, whether it be an announcement I was going to make, a venue, something that was, just groundbreaking. I said, man, this is going to be it. So-and-so is going to see me when I do this. They're going to call me to do this. I'm going to get to go there. And to be honest, the things that have taken off and got me the most traction were the things that I had no idea was going to hit. I was talking to my boy Kevin Fredericks. Everybody knows
I
him as
love
Kevin
him.
on
I'm
stage.
gonna be at his conference thing on Sunday. I'm a
Yep,
little online thing. Yeah.
yep. We were talking about something not long ago, and one of the things he said to me was, he says, I've had so many videos, especially before he really broke. So I had so many videos. I was like, man, this is gonna be the one. His brother, Jason, he's my co-host
Yep.
on According to That Talent.
Quarantine. Uh-huh.
So many times, I'm like, man, this is the video that's gonna break. Da da da. He said, what ended up happening was none of the ones we thought were gonna break broke. It was the random. We put something up like this isn't funny. Nobody's gonna like this. He said we put one up. They were doing like 3,000 views, a week, and da da da. It's real mediocre. And they said they put something up late at night and woke up and it had like 40,000 views overnight. They said, wait, people were watching that one. I think it was when they were doing the thing they used to call Church Girls Gone Wild or something like that. Things church girls say. He said the next day they picked it up on Good Morning America. And then the next day it was and by the end of the week, it was hundreds of thousands of views. And they had no idea that one was even funny. What am I saying as it pertains to us? For me, I've had so many things, announcements, man, when we put this person out there, and it never happened that way. So fall out of love with the one hit home run. What you've got to be is you've got to tap into the power of just consistency. Do you want one hot meal all year long, or do you want a nice warm meal every day?
Right.
I'd rather eat every day.
Right.
Yeah, that one big Ritz-Carlton spread with 5 meats and 3 seafoods and that's great. But if I only get that once a day, or you telling me I can eat Chick-fil-A every day, I'm gonna eat every day. I'm gonna eat every day. So what you got to tap into is just the steady consistency, because what happens is that consistency continues to build up. And so while we're typically looking for that one hit, this I'm gonna knock this one out of the park and it's all over from here. That's not where it is. It's the little wins, the little stories, the little testimonials every day. And I'm saying every day loosely, it depends on what we're talking about here. But consistent to where people begin to trust your voice. Okay, I'll use me again. If I'm on here selling cookbooks today, and tomorrow I'm selling life insurance, and then the next day I'm talking about how to be a good preacher, and then the next day I'm selling vitamins and skinny tea and waist trainers, you're going to have a hard time trusting my voice. Because why? I don't know what we're going to get with him. But if I'm on here every day, and it might not be but 10 people watching me initially, but if I'm on here every day talking about leadership and growth, if I'm on here every day talking about how to host a successful event and how to do it, over time, when you begin to think of that subject matter, you're going to begin to think of me because I've been consistent. Joseph shows us this. I'm not trying to preach, but Joseph shows us this. The butler forgot about him until he was reminded of a dream that needed interpretation. And when he was reminded of a dream that needed interpretation, who did he think about? Thought about Joseph. Why? Because all throughout Joseph's story, he's been consistent with interpreting dreams. Am I helping you?
Absolutely.
So, number one, and I know this don't feel good. Trust me, I'm the same way. It's not in that one hit. And if it is one thing that catapults you, here's what I promise you: you won't know what it is before you post it. It's just gonna happen, and it's gonna be the result of all of that built up rollover consistency. But the second thing I want to say, and you know what I'm about to say because you touched on it, I think by accident when you first started. This is the season. You don't need your social media to blow up right now until you get your infrastructure right. You hear me? You don't need. The worst thing that can happen right now is for you to get 1,000 new clients because your whole business would crumble because you don't have the infrastructure for it yet. And some fish, y'all all need to write this down. Some fish you only catch one time.
Wow.
They swim into your boat. I like what I see. I don't know you like that. They swim into your boat and things ain't right. The systems are not in place. The checks and the chain of command, all of that's not in order. They will swim away and they will never come back. So this is the time while you're being consistent, while you're building that resume and that idea. What you're doing every time you post, Marcus, you're planting a seed in somebody's mind that I'm the go-to person for this. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. And so once that builds up and the masses come, you got to have the infrastructure in part to maintain them. Follow me? So one, fall out of love with this one hit. If I just post this flyer, if I post this this clip, some of my, I'm gonna be real preacher for a second. And this is not spiritual, y'all. This is not spiritual. This is very, very practical and just very human for a moment. Some of my best preaching clips are the ones that don't get no views. I'm gonna be honest with you. I get annoyed when people repost clips. Oh my God, Mark Moore, this blessed me. And they found a clip when I was in junior high school somewhere. My voice hadn't dropped yet, and I got on a big goofy suit, and that's the one y'all gonna post, and that's the one that get 20,000 views. That's the one. That's the one. I just preached over here at so and so with the best organ and the best sound. That one got 100 likes or 10 likes or whatever it is. So it's not that big one. It's the consistency. And again, this is the moment to develop that infrastructure, because if you got them now, you would lose them tomorrow. Right. If 1,000, here's the question for you, and only you can answer this. If 1,000 new clients came into your world tonight, would they still be here tomorrow? And if the answer is, I got to be honest and say no, then you're in a good spot because you got time to structure for growth. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you just brought one. I don't know. Can I ask you one more question?
Sure, man. Midnight Insight, Midnight Mentorship.
Okay.
Go for it, man. I got two others with me, but they don't mind. Go ahead, man. We're here helping one to another.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I am a.
Wait, hold on, Marcus. I'm gonna let you go, but y'all gotta help me celebrate. Bishop Joby Brady is in the house, y'all. Oh boy,
wow.
We are real live now. That's my uncle in my mind. Bishop Joby Brady is in the house. I love it. I love it. Y'all. Let me see those hand emojis for Bishop Brady. Amazing mind on leadership, and he's a mentor of mine, ironically. So I'm glad he's here. So shout out to Bishop Brady. Go ahead, man, with what you were saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I do a few different. I have a few different businesses that I dabble in,
Yes, sir.
and you know, you were every time I say streams of income, I hear you in my head say streams trickle. You need rivers to
I better
flow.
stop asking for streams. I don't want
Yeah,
no
but
stream or nothing. I want a river. I will make you like a
like
tree planted by the rivers
that's true.
of
I
living
got
water.
you.
Rivers
I got
flow
you.
now. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I got all these different streams or flows, should I say?
Yes, sir.
And I took a sound bite from your mentorship class where you said, if you give, then you can ask.
Yep.
And so I'm not doing a plug here, but I teach foreign exchange trading, and I was
Plug, man.
giving the trading away for free, for
Mhm.
free, for free, for free. I have an international following. Literally, I have people all over the world that were watching me teach them how to trade.
Mhm.
May 3rd, I launched my paid mentorship.
Mhm.
It's May 24th. I have 39 people paying me $50 a month as a mentorship program. Here's the thing.
Yes, sir.
People in this industry, in this spot, are saying, man, that's great. That's amazing. What's the problem? Why? Because I'm looking for that pop. And then somebody said, this could go viral. Do you have the infrastructure? And what I mean by that, here's the question I was getting to. The infrastructure I need is somebody that can man the station to help me with 300 customers that I want by December. So how do I build the infrastructure when I need the man? Because the problem ain't my gift of teaching. I'm not gonna run out of that.
Mhm.
But the infrastructure is going to take manpower. So I think that's one of the biggest issues I'm having is, what if a Kev on stage or a Mark Moore or somebody else shares a post or something like that and it goes viral, and then I got all these inboxes and stuff, but I don't have the team, the paid team that can help me push that out. How do you get ahead of that?
Let me be very extremely transparent with you. You don't have the paid team to get you from the 30 plus to 300. Here's the revelation. You ready for this deep Greek and Hebrew I'm about to drop off? You don't need a team for that. You are your team. Right now, that's you. No, hold on, because I don't want you to think I'm being flippant. My conference, okay, I'm being very transparent. Until this is May. Do you realize that until February of this, wow, this is scary. Do you realize, I'm gonna really open up the veil here. Until February of this year, do you realize no one has sent a YLC email to our audience for me except me?
Wow.
Think about what I just said. From the time we had 50 people until February of this year, I sent every email to our constituents by myself.
Wow.
Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it again because some of y'all in the comments, y'all need to hear this. Because here's what we do: we tend to think and again, it's normal because we don't have answers for places we haven't been. That's why mentorship matters. We only have the ideas that we see from social media or whatever, that these big things have these huge operations and these big teams, all of that. Ain't no team. Ain't no team. For years, in fact, this in the last 6 months, we've hired four people in the last 6 months. Up until then, we had one person on a weekly retainer, and it wasn't me. I'm still, truth be told, I'm still not on salary at my own thing, but that's fine because I'm going somewhere. So my point is, you are the team right now, and I happen to know you, amazing wife. How many children do you and your wife have?
3.
Three. Okay. You got 3 boys. That means you got 4 employees.
It's so
You
funny you said that.
and the wife is a co-man. You know what I'm saying? They are the team. And let me be clear, because all you're doing when I say you, I'm talking about us, when we add these people, I got to bring these folk on. A lot of times, not saying this is your case, but a lot of times it's ego for a lot of people, or ignorance, because we think we need them. What you need is the right structures. What you need is the right structures to automate. I'm going to talk about that in the ministry thing. What you need is to automate some of these systems so that the workload can be easier to manage on your shoulders. If you're trying to scale from 30 to 300, which you absolutely can do and you will do, you don't need no paid staff for that. Even the people that come on board, you don't need to pay nobody to do that. You can get some volunteer. Now, this is where we get into leveraging relationships and all of that. Some of these people that have been blessed by your training and blessed by your teaching, this is their opportunity to give back. Hey, this is what we're going to do, because we're going to get to a certain This is what we're going to do. I need you to help me. Would you help me on Wednesdays and Fridays with ABC 1, 2, 3? Or how about this? Throughout the week, could you craft post? You know what we're doing. Follow my page. Look at my tone. Look at my sound. Can you write posts throughout the week, and every Friday you send me 10 posts? So now what have you done? You're not paying them nothing. If you assume you work this out, hey, would you help me out with this? Do me a favor. But now that's Instagram or Facebook posts for the next week that you don't have to write, which means you're free to do something else because you're leveraging your relationships now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's good, man.
You don't need a paid staff right now. That paid staff comes with paid problems. Paid staff comes with problems that you got to pay for. Trust me. So we'll talk more. I know I'm going to see you in the mentorship program when we launch that. Absolutely. But I love you, man. I appreciate you. I hope I said something.
Yeah, you did, bro.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon, bro. Let's keep going. I got 2 more brothers in, and we're going to shut it down. My brother, what's up, man?
Man, I'm doing good. I got questions, but you spoke to me on that last one.
Man, look, we are helpers one to another.
Man, I'm for your ministry. Been following you since I was 15 for the past 5 years.
Oh, man, you making me sound old, man. Man, I've been following since I was a child. Shut up.
I'm 20 now. So you've been.
Oh, I appreciate you, man. For real. I appreciate you. Tell them your name and where you're from, because I want the people to know.
My name is Emmanuel De Jesus. I am from the state of Connecticut, and I am a pastor's kid from the Church of God of Prophecy here in Connecticut, Bridgeport, Connecticut. My parents, pastors Daniel and Brenda De Jesus.
I love it, man. What's on your mind? What's your question, bro?
I really wanted to talk to you about this. Not so long ago, actually, I started off a multicultural event, which you are actually invited to. You're coming soon. Yeah. Hopefully Corona doesn't ruin those plans. But
I understand.
So my real question is, we have a lot of cultures coming in, different churches, different backgrounds. So we have a lot of people on our staff. How would you handle the situation where someone isn't working, doing their job? How will you handle that situation? Like, would you take them out? Would you give them some chances? How would you handle that?
This is a great question, but it's not a cookie cutter, okay? It's not a cookie cutter. Now, this is what I mean. Someone's not doing their job. Do I take them out? What do I do? That hinges, hear me clearly, on what their job is. That hinges on how important that function is to the overall success of this operation. Now, here's what I'm saying, because regardless of how significant it is on the surface, every job matters. And if you're going to have a certain culture of engagement and effectiveness and unity, then everybody has to be invested. However, the way you handle that depends on the impact of their presence. Let me give an example. If the person not doing their job has a job that is low impact, again, not trying to make anybody feel small, y'all understand. But if their job is low impact, let's assume this is the first infraction. You don't fire them if you have not adequately trained them and provided some disciplinary measures. All right. Now, here's another question. Hold on. Let me backtrack. When we talk about letting people go, not doing their job, here's another big piece. Not only what is the job, but number two, is this a paid position or are they volunteering? Because let me make sure everybody knows you cannot handle people you pay the same way you handle people that volunteer.
Right, right.
That changes everything. I'm sorry. Are these paid people or are these volunteers?
No, everybody's volunteering.
Okay. Okay. I'm glad. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. We're going somewhere now. That changes everything because let me be very clear. Even volunteers, if they're going to maintain that position, they have to deliver. They have to bear fruit. But your approach must be far more tolerant than if you were giving them a check. Let's just be very real. When you're giving somebody a check, that check covers a multitude of faults. You hear what I'm saying to you? That check gives you a lot of freedom and flexibility to maybe be a little bit more direct. But when you are dealing with people that don't have to be there, and here it is, they understand that they don't have to be there, and they know that you know they don't have to be there, you got to handle it a little bit better or a little smoother, because how you handle that one can impact the perception of all of the other ones. So you have to understand that every person in your organization has a root system. I feel my help in here tonight.
Go ahead.
Every person in your organization has a root system within your organization. And this is why you have to be careful about how you pull people out. Because anybody that's ever had or worked in the garden knows that when roots get intertwined and when roots get twisted up, you might pull a weed out over here and something pop out over there. Yeah. And you didn't even know they were connected because the root system is always under the surface.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So when you're dealing with volunteers, there are a lot of questions that go into this. Number one, what is the job? How high impact, low impact is it? Number two, how long have they been with me? Is this a consistent trend of them not delivering? Is this something new? They've always been great, but now they're not answering calls. They're going, they're unresponsive. They're slow. They're late. I need to say, okay, wait, what's going on in your life? Because I know you and this isn't you. How can I help put you in a position to win? It's all of these factors that go into it. So you might need to talk to me offline about some specifics, as I don't want you to have to. I understand, but you might have to talk to me so we can give you a little bit more specifics. But I'm in a big picture. Volunteers is different, but here's something that all of us can do. If they have the right heart, they're not malicious, they're not trying to hurt you. They're just, things are falling, dropping the ball, whatnot. The first thing should be for you to retrain them. All right. Yeah. Again, with volunteers, ain't no, I'm gonna dock your pay. Dock my pay. No, you're not. You don't want that. The first step should be to retrain and say, hey, let me make sure, I'm saying this more so to yourself than them. Let me make sure before I fuss at them for not doing it right, let me make sure I've shown them how to do it right. I'll be very honest with myself, using myself as an example. There have been times I have been frustrated with people on my team for not doing stuff the way I saw it. And I had to mature to a point where I realized, wait a minute, Mark, you're the visionary. You saw it that way, but you never ensured they saw it that way. So here it is. You got somebody doing the best they know to do. And I'm silently frustrated because they're not doing it my way. And it never dawned on me, wait, they don't know. They don't come from where I come from. They don't have my exposure. Mm-hmm. They don't know where I'm trying to go. Write the vision, make it plain. They that read it can run with it, all right? So you got to make sure that you have trained adequately. Now, when you've gone through all that, you've been patient, they've been consistent in their triflingness, if I can say it that way. You've made sure you've put them in position to win. You've mentored, you've put them around people that know how to do it. Then you have to understand, hey, for the sake of the health of the whole organization, I got to cut this cancer out. You don't have to be mean about it. You don't have to be public about it. You don't have to embarrass people. But you're going to have to sometimes, and I'll give you this, and I got to go to the next person because I didn't realize it was late. But you then sometimes got to let people find themselves.
Yeah.
Especially when dealing with volunteers. How do you do that, Mark? I'm so glad you asked. I'm going to talk about it in the mentorship program, which is why if you're listening to me, you need to text mentorship to 55588 so that when we drop it, you first in line. Now, for you inbox me because we have a relationship already, and I don't want to. Some of the questions that I need to ask.
And you know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I appreciate you, man.
All right. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, man. All right. Let's bring our last one in tonight. What's up, man?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm great, man. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Good. Give us your name, where you're from.
My name is Akeem Dutridge. I am from Durham, North Carolina. Serve as a youth pastor at my church, at His Kingdom Ministries here in Durham, under the leadership of Apostle Dr. Janice F. Thomas and Bishop Randall K. Thomas.
Okay, awesome. What's your question, man?
My question is, I live in a town or a region that really does not support one another when it comes to fellowshipping with other churches, supporting each other with events and things of that nature. My biggest question is, how can you get other people with different visions and different background when it comes to religion we all come together for an event and just lifting up the name of Jesus? How can you get that to happen?
Okay, I want to go back. To what we said earlier, because I love the sincerity behind your question. I love the heart behind it. But here's the cold, hard fact. Everybody is not meant to come together. Let's just start there. All people are not your people. And sometimes, now this is flying in the face of much of our common wisdom and common perception, but here's the truth. Much of our misunderstanding on this issue hinges on, how do I say this right? Hinges on the fact that if you had some of these people involved in what you were trying to do, you don't realize how much stress, how much drama, how much tension it would bring. Sometimes the best thing they can do is not show up. Mm-hmm. And amen goes right there. Lord have mercy. I'm going to say that again. Some of y'all in the comments need to hear this. Sometimes the best thing people can do for your event is not come. Because your patience, your tolerance level, all of that is not built for everybody. Now, let's use that as a foundation. Again, these are very broad subjects. I don't want to, you got to be careful of people that throw a cookie cutter out at something that requires, a scalpel. So that's big picture principle. Everybody's not going to come. Paul, as effective as he was in ministry, let's apply it to this. He said, look, I become all things to all men, in this part, in hopes that I might win some. Paul, as anointed, gifted as he was, he understood, I'm trying. I'm doing everything I can to get these folks. But even he understood, I ain't going to get everybody. Follow what I'm saying? So that's number one. But that's macro. On a micro level, there is still always an opportunity to foster more fellowship, to develop better relationships, to get more participation and engagement. And that's going to take time, especially if you're saying that you're in a city or in an environment where that has not necessarily been the norm. It's not a culture of real fellowship. I understand that. But you're going to have to be patient, and you're going to have to start. This is an age-old principle for church participation. Age-old principle. You got to learn how to program people in. Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah.
Tell me what I mean when I say that.
Programming, man, like you want to get them to be a part of the event. Mm-hmm. And when they come, that'll bring more people with them when they come. But you just got to make sure that they're the right kind of people for your event.
You're a smart man. When I talk about programming people in, understand, I don't care what differences we have, what denominational stuff we have. I don't care, none of that. At the end of the day, you got to make sure you understand human nature is human nature, and people love to be seen.
Right.
We don't really fellowship like that, but people love for their name to be called. And so
Right.
sometimes you got to play chess, not checkers. You want people that don't support to show up. Sometimes you got to use that programming card and say, hey, listen, we're doing something on such and such. It's at 5 o'clock this date. And we would love for you to come and be our New Testament scripture reader. Are you available? We'd be so honored if you would show up and come. Then when they come, you got to make sure they have a good time. Make sure that it is what you said it was. Make sure that there's excellence there. And that sets up the next invitation. So sometimes you got to get people involved for them to come. If you do that and they have, the right kind of heart, right kind of whatever, because sometimes they're not, you got to be clear. Sometimes they're not supporting, and it's not from a malicious place. Sometimes they just don't know you.
Right.
And that's fair. Sometimes it's not that they're just, we hate so-and-so, we don't like so-and-so. Sometimes it's just, we don't know if that's a safe place to go.
Right.
And that's fair, right? But when they come, sometimes you got to program them in. When they come, make sure that you deliver. Make sure that it is effective. Make sure that God shows up. And that'll make the next invitation a lot easier. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, bro. I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right, man. Listen, y'all, midnight mentorship went a little longer than I thought it would, but God is good. I hope you got something tonight. I hope that you heard something that has inspired or provoked you. And most of all, I hope that maybe some of you got confirmation tonight that, hey, I wasn't sure. I haven't followed him that closely. I don't know a whole lot about him, but I'm hoping that some of you heard tonight what you needed to hear to know that maybe you need to be assigned to my voice. If I'm talking to you, I'll say it again. It's not for everybody. I want to be very clear. It is not for everybody. But if you're one of those that says, hey, I think I need to be a part of this, I don't want to miss an opportunity to be connected when this drops. I want you to do what you see on the screen. Simply text mentorship 555-888. That's what I need you to do. That's what I need you to do. Not for me. I need you to do it for you. There's a community that we're putting together. There is a cohort, a collective of leaders, thinkers, movers, shakers that are trying to grow and are willing to say, hey, what do I need to do to get there? What do I need to do to get there? If that's you, I would love to connect with you. I'm here to serve because I told the Lord, I'm saying it again. I told him that I would be for others what I wish somebody would have been for me. And so if you're serious about growth, if I don't know how to do anything else, I know how to grow. Ministry, media, marketplace, I want to connect with you. Simply one more time, text mentorship to 555-888. And shout out to you all. Thank you. Wow, I appreciate that. Shout out to you all that have asked about the Cash App. You all know how I get down. I want you to sow into the ministry. We're about doing kingdom work. We're about changing the world. And that happens when the people of God sow into good ground. And if you're somebody that says, hey, I know good ground when I see it. I know productive soil when I see it. And I want my seed in soil that's going to produce something. If I'm talking to you, I want you to go ahead and if you feel like it, there's no pressure. There's no promise here either. I'm not the next 300 of you that sow a $50 seed. God said there's a new car coming to your driveway in 72 hours. No, I ain't say that because he ain't say that. All right. Some of y'all, why would he give you a new car? You don't even pay your tithes. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. But if you know good seed, good soil when you see it, I promise you YLC is good soil. And if you want to sow now. Cash App $ Explore YLC. Love you guys. I've had a blast with you all. If you got something tonight, I'm going to go. But I'm not going to keep doing this if nobody wants it. I have better things to do with my time. But if you guys want this, inbox me on Instagram at Mmore Jr. I hope you're following me. Inbox me on Facebook. Let me know I'm talking to you. And I cannot wait to see y'all next time. Take care.